Jumping to this now, the Senate has confirmed former Trump lawyer Emil Bove as a U.S. Appeals Court judge. Now, this is crucial because this is part of a lifetime appointment to the Third Circuit Court. He will hear cases from Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Now, Bove was one of Trump's most controversial judicial picks. 2 Republicans actually joined Democrats in voting against him. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer slammed this decision.
They reward a man credibly accused of wanting to lie to judges, with a black robe and a gavel of his own. And they're confirming him for one reason only. Mr. Bove is loyal to Donald Trump. Therefore, Donald Trump wants him on the bench.
CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now from our D.C. bureau to talk more about this. Help us understand, Scott, why Bove is so controversial.
He has his fingerprints on so many different high-profile, high-octane battles from this first 6 months of the Trump administration. He was part of the decision-making to drop that corruption case against New York Mayor Eric Adams, allegedly, so that Adams could help the Trump administration enact its border policies. He was also part of that Kilmar Abrego Garcia case. You'll recall that was the man mistakenly deported from Maryland to El Salvador. A whistleblower alleged Bove told his staff to disregard the court orders if need be, an accusation Bove denies. But he was also part of a broader purge arrow inside the Department of Justice. There have been so many firings or demotions of people who touched January 6th Capitol riot investigations, and many of the people involved say Bove was part of that effort.
And naturally, this is the result of any president winning elections. They can nominate these people, the Senate can confirm them, and they will have an imprint on the future of America, the interpretation of American law. How does this appointment then line up with the administration's recent battles with judges they disagree with?
Now, you've heard so many statements from the president and his top surrogates alleging that judges are overreaching, that they're legislating from the bench. Now you have somebody who clearly has ties to Donald Trump and a loyalty to Donald Trump who's been approved for a lifetime appointment. That's going to cause some concern among Trump's critics, but I also note that it's a long road ahead of Emil Bove. He is in his mid-40s, which I like to characterize as quite young. He could face many decades on the bench in the Third Circuit. Circuit Court of Appeals has remarkable power.
Yeah, to be in your 40s, it's not even old enough to have a midlife crisis, so he will be around likely for a while. Scott MacFarlane, great to get your insight. Thanks for joining us.